Okay guys, I've been super excited about this. Been waiting at least 2 months on pins and needles, and especially since I saw the spoilers. Without further ado, Dominaria United Collector Booster. We're going to pop this baby. We're going to pop one more maybe later tonight. We'll see what happens, but let's get cracking on this guy, see what we pull. Okay, Dominaria United, Dominaria. Let me make sure I can pronounce the set before I try to open it. Nice and minty, look at that. Even the box is slick looking. Don't know if we're going to pull a Legends card. But to be quite honest with you, I would be completely happy if I could pull that new Phyrexian. I think there's only, other than a Legends card, there's 3 cards that I really want for my personal deck. And the rest, I don't know, maybe trade or something like that. We'll see what happens. But for now, let's see what we can pull. Let's start by opening this box topper. See what it is. I was afraid I'm going to bend the box topper. The packaging seems so fragile. All right. I'm going to pronounce words and names all wrong tonight, so get used to that, folks. Hazion, Shaper of the Sand. Legacy, or Legendary Creature, Human Warrior. Desert Walk. You may play desert lands from your graveyard. Whenever a desert enters the battlefield under your control, create 2 1/1 red, green, and white Sand Warrior creature tokens. Not something I'm going to use, but maybe somebody else will like it. South Texas Magic, thank you guys for tuning in tonight for this box opening of this collector booster. SouthTexasMagic.com, also on Facebook at South Texas Magic. We also buy Magic the Gathering collections if you're interested in selling your collection. So let's get to cracking. And I've been told that these were kind of a booger to answer. Yeah, it's hard to answer these. No, open. They're hard to open is what I was told, and it definitely seems so. So I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time with the uncommons. However, that does look really nice with the artwork and that foil. Binding, and wow, swamps are always my favorite because they're just prettier, but man, does this swamp look nice. I'm going to set the lands off all to themselves because I really love those lands. Here is, looks like our, not foil etched, what do they call these? They're new. They have the banding textured, there you go, textured, and the center smooth. It's a human shaman, black and red. Legendary creature. Oh, Timeless Lotus foil. Timeless Lotus foil right off the bat. Okay, folks, this is going to be a good pack, a great pack. I feel great things on the horizon for us. Timeless Lotus foil right out of the first pack that we pulled. All right, there's our mythic spot, and that's a good way to start it. All right, Flagi Wayfarer is our second rare if you don't count the box topper. Wow, that's really, look at that art. Look at that sexy art. It just looks amazing. It doesn't matter if it's an uncommon or a common. Everything looks so damn snazzy. Wow. I'm saying that I didn't want to take a bunch of time looking at the commons and uncommons, but I'm getting sidetracked pretty easily because they look so awesome. All right. So honestly, what we want to do is we want to not take too terribly much time. I'm going to try to power through these guys actually so that we don't have a super long video, but we get to get through the pack and see what we can find. I don't remember what spot the potential legend cards are in. I think it's in spot 4, spot 5. But if we do pull a legends card, ooh, mountain foil, sexified. So nice. So moist. Eat them. Awesome, awesome lands. All right. Pretty sure that we're off to a good start here. And we're going to put all of our rares in their rare spot. All right. Zera, the Golden Sting. I think I heard about this card. Insect Assassin, Flying and Haste. Whenever Zera, the Golden Sting attacks, put an egg counter on another target creature with an egg counter on it. When that creature dies, if it has an egg counter on it, draw a card and create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. So if you are a creature token person and you like the bees, that bee's the card you want to have. And Roboran Mercenaries, Human Mercenary, for the extended art foil. Vigilance, whenever it has all activated abilities, all legendary creatures you control. That's actually cool. That's kind of like a Ordic. Is that the one that gives everything that everything else has and shares it? Very similar. I'm still very excited about that Timeless Lotus, to be honest. I know that if we don't hit anything else, I'm still going to be happy about the Timeless Lotus, but let's hope that we can hit something else too. Man, just such awesome art. Such awesome art. Island. Man, those are sexy too. Sexy looking islands. Let me get out of the way, common cards. Let me look at this island in the light. Kind of reminds me of the opening scene of Beauty and the Beast when it's the plate glass, right? All right, let's get to, we got a foil rare legendary creature, Elf Artifactor. Tap an untapped non-token artifact you control, add 1 forest. Tap 2 untapped token artifacts you control, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Stronghold Arena, an enchantment for the extended art. Stronghold Arena. When Stronghold Arena enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life for each time it was kicked. A kicker is either going to be 1 forest and or 1 white. That's pretty good on the life gain. I like that. I do like that. Oh, that's really awesome art. Looks like he's getting ready to do a Gatling gun that Vegeta does on Dragon Ball Z. All right. Assassin Lord. We have the Assassin Lord for the etched foil. And we have a human wizard, legendary creature, Paranoid Partisan. As Sten, pick your poison. Paranoid Partisan enters the battlefield, choose a card type other than a creature or a land. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less colorless to cast. 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue, exile Sten, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next end step. And we have an extended art, Defiler of the Flesh, a Phyrexian horror with menace. That's really pretty as well. Almost looks 3D. And look at that. I put him over in the uncommon spot. I'm sorry, Stein. I didn't mean to do that to you. Just make a little bit of room here. Make sure our Timeless Lotus has some company. Continue popping these packs. Popping packs, yo. Popping packs and sipping drink. Let's go. All right, I'm going to go a little bit faster now. Forest. So here we go. Seems like we haven't double tapped the same land yet. I'm sure we will now because we got them all almost except for that plains. Maybe we'll have a plains in the next one. Wow, just look at that. Look at that. Silver Scrutiny. Sorcery, foil, rare. You may cast Silver Scrutiny as though it had flash. If X is 3 or less, draw X cards. Valiant Veteran for the extended art. Soldier. 2 drop, 1 colorless, 1 white. Other soldiers you can control get 1/1. 3 colorless, 2 white. Exile Valiant Veteran from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on each soldier you control. If you have a soldier deck, that is the card for you. And if you act now. Alright. Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief. Fairy Rogue. It's not a foil, but it sure looks awesome. And I was hoping I would pull this. Extended Art. Extended Art. Island and Forest. I really like these. Oh, it's a double tap. Well, it's not a double tap, but it's a double land tap. A foil Extended Art Shivan Reef. And you can see the difference between the two. Those foils, man, they pop. They pop so much. I am happy. This pack is doing great things for me. Inside my gut. Makes me feel so good to see these packs being popped. Alright. Let's go pretty quickly through these guys. And there is... Did you see it? Did you guys see it? There is a Legends card in here. I accidentally got a sneak peek. So there is a Legends card behind this land. Beautiful island. Not a plains. But let's see what the Legends card is, because I'm scared. I'm scared. You guys, are you scared? It could be a good one. Could be a dud. Could be a dud. Just put that down. Uncommon. Did I see a Legends card? Did I just think that I saw a Legends card? Man, I could have swore I saw the green color. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. I could be wrong. I thought I saw a Legends card. Ravaz of the Claw. Legendary creature, Warlock, Menace. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast a dragon creature spell. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a dragon creature spell from your graveyard. Whenever you cast a dragon creature spell from your graveyard, it gains. When this creature dies, exile it. And it is a foil rare. Oh, alright. Leyline Binding, Extended Art. Maybe this is the edge that I saw, and I mistaked. I got my hopes up for nothing, and y'all's too. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm only one man. Okay? Uncommon. Uncommon. There's a mythic. The Lady of Orteria. Mythic creature. Legendary creature. Avatar. You may tap 3 untapped dwarves you control rather than pay. This spell's mana cost, which is 3 colorless, 1 red, 1 forest. At the beginning of each of your end steps, if a land you controlled was put into a graveyard from your battlefield this turn, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put any number of the dwarf cards from among them into your hand and put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Foil etched rare. Human Wizard, legendary creature. There's a lot of legendaries here. Rasputin. Rasputia. Oh, and look at that. Another hit of Extended Art land. Like I said, those Extended Art lands just look so damn good. Guys, I'm really bummed that I thought I saw a legend card just because I thought I saw the yellow color scheme. You guys got all excited too, just like me, and you're like, yeah, screw that guy. He's cross-eyed. He doesn't know what he's looking at. Let's jump out of this YouTube video and go find someone else who knows what they're talking about. There's our planes. We were looking for the planes. Foil planes. Very nice. Very nice. I wish I ran more basic lands in my deck. Aritea? If I'm pronouncing that right. Resurrected. Legendary creature. Phyrexian human wizard with flash. Put him out there quick, yo. When the Resurrected enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controllers draws a card. Destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller draws a card. And it looks like... Yes, this is the textured. You can almost... It's really hard to see that texture. You got to hold it at just the right light to see that texture. But man, this card looks awesome. Urza, assemble the Titans. Assemble! News team. Gotta love Anchorman. And it is a foil rare. Hadi Jin. Extended art. Rare. Get out of here, Tobias. Ooh. The Raven Man. That looks pretty slick. Legendary creature, human wizard. At the beginning of each instep, if a player discarded a card this turn, create a 1/1 blackbird creature, token with flying, and this creature can't be blocked. Pay 3 colorless, 1 black, tap it. Each opponent discards a card. Activate only as a sorcery, which means no instants, fellas. And another Shivan Reef land. We're getting a lot of these land cards. I love them, though. I love them. And we got a Defiler of Dreams, Phyrexian Sphinx, for the extended art foil. Alright, let's see. Are we going to get anything else big, guys? Can y'all just tell me now so I can be excited or sad? I'm just still coming off that sadness of mistaking that Legends card I thought I saw. 4 planes. Uncommon. Temporal Firestorm. I like this card. I like it for the art. And I like what it does. Choose up to X creatures and or planeswalkers you control, where X is a number of times the spell was kicked. There's your kickers. 1 colorless, 1 white, and 1 colorless, 1 blue. So it's a multicolored deck. Either you're running all 3 colors, or you're running red and 1 white, red and blue. Where X is the number of times the spell was kicked, those permanents phase out, almost like a Eerie Interlude. Eerie Interlude is a phase out card. Can always protect your creatures whenever somebody wants to wipe them all out. Temporal Firestorm deals 5 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Tighten it up, guys. Getting all sloppy over here. We have a legendary creature, a vampire creature. Lifelink and Death Touch. Ooh, that's always nice. Flying, Lifelink, and Death Touch. Whenever you activate an ability that isn't a mana ability, if life was paid to activate it, you may pay that much life gain. If you do, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for that ability. You deflecting SWAT copycat a little bit. Foil Etched, unfortunately, is in uncommon. And there's Roga Cur Keep Overlord for a Foil Etched rare. And I really want that black Phyrexian. Here's the Resurrected making his appearance again. And Joda the Unifier for the foil mythic. Human Wizard. Legendary creatures you control get +X, where X is a number of legendary creatures you control. Ooh, you know what? Those look like they go really great together if you want to make a wizard deck. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. I like that card. I've been thinking about making a wizard deck, and I think that I might have been convinced, especially having these two. They might just work out pretty well together. Plus, wizards really piss people off with all the stuff to keep you from doing. Are we going to get a Liliana of the Veil? Man, are we going to get the new Black Phyrexian? Are we going to get the new dragon, the Shivan Dragon? Come on. Come on, give me something. Give me something. Another plains, folks. I will take these beautiful lands all day long. There is the Raven Man once more, and he's going to be the textured Raven Man today. Defiler of Vigor. Somebody reached out to me and told me they wanted this card today. Bro, guess what? I'm giving you this card for a nominal trade value because you have something I want. You know who you are. Phyrexian Worm. Trample as an additional cost to cast green permanent spells. You may pay 2 life. Those spells cost 1 force less to cast if you paid life this way. This effect reduces only the amount of green mana you pay. Whenever you cast a green permanent spell, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. I know exactly who that's going to. Cadric, Soul Kindler. A Dwizzard. It's a Dwizzard! It's a dwarf wizard. But we're going to call them Dwizzards from now on, I think, just because I came up with a new word that sounds kind of funny. Legendary creature. The legend rule doesn't apply to tokens you control. Whenever another non-token legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 colorless. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. That token gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Uncommon. Uncommon. The ever-changing Dane. Ever-changing Dane. Shapeshifter. Pay 1 colorless, sacrifice another creature. That ever-changing Dane becomes a copy of the sacrificed creature, except it has this ability. Obi? Owabi? Obi-Wan Kenobi? I don't know how to pronounce that name, and I told you guys I was going to screw up some names. Caloria. That's his name, but he is a legendary creature, elf archer with reach. Untap all archers you control during each other player's untap step. Whenever an archer you control deals damage to a creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. There's some good card draw. And a green sleeves Morrow Sorcerer. Extended art foil for the Mythic Pool. An elemental creature, legendary. Protection from planeswalkers and from wizards. Damn! Well, I guess I can't make my wizard deck and have this guy as an opponent. Green sleeves, Morrow Sorcerer's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 3/3 green badger creature token. That looks pretty sexy, I think. Look at that. Get out of here, token soldier. We're looking at something. I think that looks pretty wicked, especially this green aura that's around the creature. That looks pretty awesome. Here you go. Here's your mythic spot. Stay there with the other mythic. Did I put a mythic in the rare spot? I think I did, guys. Sorry. Alright. You know what, zombie? You just get out of here. We already know we don't care about you. Alright, let's see. Come on. Oh, man. I was hoping, guys. Swamp. Isn't it pretty? Primeval Warden. Legendary creature, treefolk with reach. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. When you do, create a 1/1 green saproling creature token. Pay 1 forest, sacrifice a non-saproling. Primeval Warden gets 2/2 until end of turn. Pay 1 black, 1 colorless, sacrifice 2 Sprolings, draw a card. Goblin Warrior. Guys, I'm going to do a little bit of powering through these last few as much as I can. Other goblins you control gain 1/1 whenever Horde Master or another goblin you control dies. Exile the top card from your library. If it is a goblin creature card, you may cast that card until end of turn. End of your next turn. It's not his fault he can't read. Baru the Worm Speaker. Legendary creature, human druid. Worms you control get 2/2 and have trample. That's pretty tight. Trample's good. Pay 7 colorless, 1 green. Tap it. Create a 4/4 green worm creature token. Its ability costs 1x colorless less to activate, where X is the greatest power among worms you control. Human Warrior. Stang Echo Warrior. Legendary creature, human warrior. Whenever Stang Echo Warrior attacks, create a stag twin. A legendary 3/4 red and green human warrior creature token. It enters the battlefield tapped and attacking. For each aura and equipment attached to Stang, create a token that is a copy of it attached to Stang Twin. Sacrifice all tokens created this way at the beginning of your next end step. And here we have a Caves of Koilos extended art. And man, that sure does look pretty. And as our last, we have a Lenoir Loam Speaker Elf Druid. Add 1 mana of any color. Target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. It has still land. Activate only as a sorcery for the extended art foil. I don't know, guys. I don't know if we're gonna pull the big bang ones. We're looking for that Legends land, and we're looking for that black Phyrexian. I'll take a Liliana too. Oh, there's our forest. Go over here in the forest area. And Mythic Zur. Zur for the texture foil. My man, you were asking for the Zur. Look what we pulled. We pulled the Zur in the best form that we possibly could have pulled him for you, son. For the textured foil Zur. Mythic. Man, that looks sexy. I really like that. Evolve Sleeper. Creature human 1-drop. Evolve Sleeper becomes a human cleric. If you pay 1 black with base power and toughness of 2/2. 1 colorless, 1 black. If Evolve Sleeper is a cleric, put a death touch counter on it and it becomes a Phyrexian human cleric with a base power of 3/3 toughness. Pay 1 colorless, 2 black. If Evolve Sleeper is a Phyrexian, put a 1/1 counter on it. Then you draw a card and lose 1 life. Academy Lore Master for a extended art human wizard. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player may draw an additional card. If they do, spells they cast this turn cost 2 more to cast. I don't like you. I don't like what you're doing. Urborg. We got a Urborg. Legendary creature, zombie wizard, vigilance and ward with 2 colors. Other zombies you control have vigilance. Whenever another legendary creature you control dies, create a token that is a copy of that creature, except it is not a legendary, and it is a 2/2 black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. And a mythic, a Soul Kanar the Tainted. Elemental Demon. Legendary creature. At the beginning of your end step, choose 1 that hasn't been chosen. Draw a card. Or each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Soul Kanar the Tainted deals 3 damage to up to 1 other target creature or planeswalker, or exile Soul Kanar, then return it to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Don't know why you would want to do that, but cool mythic. And another Valiant Veteran, but this time in extended art and foil. Whew. Down to 2 packs, guys. Down to 2 packs. I wonder if the Lotus was the best we're going to get. I hope not. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But let's find out. There's only one way to find out, and that's to keep on cracking. There's our foil. Stormrunner. There's another Resurrected. Alright, Angel of Wrath, extended art, kicker black or kicker red, flying lifelink. When Archangel of Wrath enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, it deals 2 damage to any target. When Archangel of Wrath enters the battlefield, if it was kicked twice, it deals 2 damage to any target. Urg, Spawn of Turg, Frog Beast, legendary creature. That's pretty cool art too, I think. Urg Spawn of the Turg's power is equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Pay 1 black, 1 forest, sacrifice a land, and you gain 2 life. I know it's an uncommon, but it just looked cool, and I wanted to read it. And there's the ever-changing Dane once again making his presence. Sage Demon, legendary creature with trample, 5/5. Whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on Orca Sage Demon. When Orca dies, it deals damage equal to its power divided as you choose among the number of targets. And a Urborg. Don't ask me how to pronounce that, guys. It's a creature. It looks like a worm. And I have no idea. That looks like some elvish stuff from Lord of the Rings, that thing's name. As Urborg enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards for each time it was kicked. Urborg power is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. Alright, last pack, guys. Lotus might have been the best thing we got, but let's find out. Wish me luck. All right. And what type of land? Mountain. Mountain, guys. Get in the mountain spot. Human Wizard. That looks pretty awesome, that art. Look how that gold sparkles. Look at his Mr. T bling sparkle in there. That looks awesome. When he enters the battlefield, choose one. Create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. Return a target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, or draw a card. Anointed Peacekeeper, Human Cleric with Vigilance. As Anointed Peacekeeper enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Spells your opponents cast with the chosen name cost 2 more colorless to cast. Activated abilities and sources of the chosen name cost 2 more colors to activate unless they're mana abilities. She just keeps showing up. Get out of here, Queen. Double tap the queens. Oh, and the Dragon Master for the Mythic Legendary Planeswalker. +1 until your next turn. Creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 2 life for each of those creatures. -3, search your library for a dragon card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. And -7, destroy all non-dragon creatures. In the Mythic spot you go. Hazon, Shaper of Sand. Showing up in 2 forms. Hazon, Shaper of Sand. And last is Historian's Boon. Enchantment. Whenever Historian's Boon or another non-token enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Whenever the final chapter ability of the saga you control triggers, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. Guys, I feel like we pulled some good cards tonight. We might not have pulled the big haymakers. We might not have had Liliana make a presence, but you know what? We got another box we're going to be opening, and we just might have it. And I got to tell you, these lands and the Timeless Lotus foil is nothing to shake a stick at. I think we did pretty good tonight on the Mythic side. How about you? Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and be sure to share the page. And we'll be catching you guys next time at South Texas Magic. Be sure to visit us at southtexasmagic.com. We buy collections.